Capricorns, welcome to your January 2021 reading. So, congratulations for making it through this year. Let us see what your message is. Oh, interesting. Yeah, love Capricorns. You little workhorses. This is definitely a love read for you. So you've got the Lovers starting it off, followed by the Two of Cups reversed, followed by the Ten of Cups reversed. Queen of Wands upright. Capricorns, you're being stubborn. And I'm calling myself out. And look, the ending card, you got the Nine of Pentacles upright, which is honestly, this should be the Capricorn card. The person who gives up love for work to enjoy her successes. Capricorns. All right, Capricorns. So you're definitely you have someone in your life right now, whether it's like someone who's romantic in nature or not, strong likelihood that it is. It's definitely a soulmate type of person though, where the person's coming in and like changing you at a core level of like who you are, you know? Like sometimes when you get around people, or sometimes when you're by yourself and you do the inner child work, and then you do the affirmation work, right? You clean out the old stuff and you start adding in the new vibrations. That takes time, right? You got to slow down the momentum, speed up the momentum. But sometimes when you interact with a person who already has a lot of strong, positive momentum towards something that you want, just being around them can rapidly accelerate your growth. So that's like a soulmate, someone who you allow into your life at a close enough level where you let them change you at a core energetic level, a core emotional level, a core way of how you view the world, okay? So this person impacted you at a deep level of like how you view the world. It kind of looks like though for those of you who it is like a romantic person, it looks like there's a little bit of stubbornness on both of your sides, but Capricorns, it's definitely a little bit more you. And I say that not wanting to say it because I'm a Capricorn, so I hope that helps you guys take it a little bit more seriously. It's like you're not even acknowledging it it's like you didn't get your way on something. So now you're just like, oh no, he's not my boyfriend. Oh no, he's not. Like you're just trying to deny it. Like, no, I don't like him. No, you're not like acknowledging it for what it is because it wasn't exactly what you wanted and exactly the shape it came in. Which is fine because I don't think that this one is the end all be all, but it is the Ten of Cups. Like the Ten of Cups is reversed right now. So it's kind of letting you know that it could have that family feel, that very romantic romance feel to it. It's not a love read. It's just where it's that level of where you just like can totally be yourself around them. Like, yeah, this is how I view that, and you're not judged, right? So if you would kind of allow yourself to start seeing the situation for what it really is, which is a soulmate connection. It may not be the one that you end up like marrying and having kids with, right? But there's a lot more to learn from this person if you can like go in and find those spaces where you're being stubborn. And how you're going to recognize it, Capricorn, is it's not necessarily stubborn as in insisting on, no, this is the way I need this need met, like insisting type stubborn. It's more on the how love is like given. And you're like, no, they're not, if there's a, no, they're not doing this one thing, and this one thing is what would let me know they're serious or would help me feel safe. So that's where you're being stubborn. And you're being stubborn because you're not willing to examine that thought and go, well, if they were to do that, how would I feel? Right? You'd probably feel safe. You'd probably feel secure. You'd probably feel loved. You'd probably feel cherished. And you got to put a voice to that. And it's not in a, I need you to do this because then I would feel these things. And if you don't do that, then my like self-esteem and self-worth is going to shatter and I'm going to make it mean something about me. Right? That's egoic love. That's conditional love. Instead, it's got to be more of a, wow, I realize if you were to say this, if you were to do this action, if you were to blah, 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 I would feel loved, adored, cherished, wanted, desired, like you're making room for me in your life. I would feel like you want me in your life. I would feel included. I would like feel safer to take it a little bit more seriously. Like, how would you feel? And then go, so I don't necessarily need you to do this one thing. That is one way that will deliver all these good feelings that I'm looking to feel. And then can you be willing to explore other ways for that? Because if all, and then if anything, that will help expand you, because then you'll be able to receive love from more than one source, right? And I'm not talking about like multiple people or anything like that, but I mean, it's, if someone like wakes up and you wake up to them making you coffee and you feel so loved from that, good, right? That's you at a core level getting to know your preference. Like, oh my God, when someone wakes up and makes sure I have coffee that I wake up to, they know I have a hard time waking up and I could just go grab it and just go sit and slowly wake up. I feel so loved when they do that for me. Like, that's actually good. That's you knowing to the core of your being what your preference is, right? Whether or not they do that act, you've got to not let it mean anything about you, anything about them, or anything about how they do care. But I mean, you guys get it. You guys get it. Comment below if you have any questions on that. I feel like I explained that to the death. Because Capricorn, the reason why I spent so much time explaining that to you, because after all of that, now you got the Queen of Wands upright. So it's like someone who's so like passionate. And this could be the person who maybe you're older and you're like, no, I've waited so long to get married. So it does have to be perfect if I'm actually going to do it, right? That comes across a little edgy. That's a little stubborn. That's a little like, you have to prove that you're worthy of being in my life. I mean, Capricorns, come on. And I get it, because you probably have some healthy self-esteem, some healthy self-respect and self-worth and all of that. But you got to realize that if you're approaching relationships from that viewpoint, that it's like putting the other person in an unfair, like they're one leg below you and they have to prove, okay? Instead, just be aware of like, I do want someone that I feel is high quality. I want someone who I feel proud about. I want someone who, when I'm like telling people about who I'm dating, that I'm like happy, I'm uplifted, I'm like delighted, like, oh, this is the cool thing that he just did. Oh my God, she just did this. Oh my God, they just did that. Oh, the sweetest thing happened. Like, right. Make it more about, I do want someone where I have that level of delight and like delight in the relationship. But don't make them be in a situation where they have to prove, okay? And this could also be like, I've seen this happen for people who are like single, never married for a long time. And when they get like at the age of like, oh, I got to start actually getting married now. It can come for that, like women especially, as they, get past age 34 to 40. That's a big one that comes up for them. Like, I've been waiting for so long, it better be perfect. Or it could be people who like have already been married, gone through a divorce already. And I mean, like, you raised a whole family together and like you were together like a good 12 plus years. When they start dating again, they can have this like, no, I know the heartache that can come from divorce and family breaking up. So you better prove that it can come up for them too. I mean, obviously it can come up for people who are in their shadow side as well, who are just in their egoic side. Like the whole vixen thing when women are younger and if they recognize their sex appeal can get them stuff, right? It's like, no, I know I'm sexy, so you need to prove that you're the one worth it. If you are at all in any situation where you're like, no, they haven't proven to me that they're worthy, or like another way, Capricorns, you'll know this is if you say things like, how do I say this? Prove they're worthy. I lost my train of thought. I totally lost my train of thought. It's just if you are, it's like judging, but I'm trying to give it to you in a day-to-day sense. If you would all look at them and go, yeah, I can't believe that that's how they get that done, you got to examine that and realize that you're like not taking them seriously because of the way they get something done. Capricorns, there's a lot of love lessons for you this month. I mean, I can't say how it's going to work out, okay? As of right now, Capricorns, if you don't take any advice I gave you, it's going to be one of those like failure to launch loves. And all because you weren't willing to like just re-examine what you thought your ideal partner would look like, how you thought they would. And I'm not talking about the way they look or the way they smell, but you're like, no, I thought they'd be this level of financial success. Or no, I thought they would have already gone through these personal growth lessons, Like a lot of times people who are spiritual growth people are just like, personal growth people. Like you sometimes your biggest lesson will actually be dating someone who maybe doesn't go at the personal growth lesson that you go at, right? Because then like you're putting some demands on the relationship, Capricorns. I don't know how, like, you're putting some demands on it, and some of them it is true. You got to like speak up for yourself and like, no, this is what I want in a relationship. But you have to recognize that if you're going to be a relationship, it's not, this is my vision of a relationship, how can you come and help me make that vision? It's a, this is my vision, this is my vision, how do we get those two visions to form a co-creation? Because relationships is about co-creating, Capricorns. That's your lesson for this month. Whether or not you're going to like learn it and work through it with this person, or, because some people, when they lose someone and they feel the pain, they go, I don't ever want to feel that pain again. Let me learn this lesson. So some people get motivated if they go through heartbreak. But that's like your next lesson for love. I mean, I don't know, Capricorn. This was a brutal one for the Capricorns. It was a little brutal, but I know that I'm going through this with you guys. I'm also Capricorn, and I see how this is playing out. So I'm personally, you guys know me, I'm personally going to choose to start examining my thoughts. I'm going to go back and rewatch this video, write down the exercise Spirit gave us all. Like, I'm going to do it. So if you guys want help with that growth, come hang out with me in my mastermind. Just shoot me an email at kelly@kellylunt.com if you're interested in some accelerated personal growth and spiritual growth. Um, let's get you to your goal. Email me at kelly@kellylunt.com. Bye, guys.